Here we have the all-new 2025 Nissan Kicks. This one comes in the SR trim level with front-wheel drive. This color is Scarlet Ember Tri-Coat. And then we have charcoal sport cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine mated to the Xtronic CVT that gets us 141 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque. To the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with our LED daytime running lights and a really nice front fascia here. I love the SR trim level, how we get that piano black on the grille, how the LED lights kind of stack. It just looks so good. Down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 19-inch alloy. Interesting design choice there, but it actually worked out in my opinion. Passive keyless entry on the front. Power mirror controls, power door lock controls. We do get blind spot monitors, rear window lock, and one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors. Love the trim. Hood release there. This is for the lane keeping system, auto stop toggle. We get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And there's our 6-way manual driver seats. We can pump the seat up or down, and then seat back control there, seat bottom control here. Love the orange, how it kind of goes with the black there. It just looks really good again. Now I want to give a huge thanks to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Kicks today. I'll leave a link below in the description, but if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. I know it's kind of hard to see, but $28,900 is the sticker price. 28 city, 35 highway in terms of the fuel economy. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. Let's go ahead and check out this rear seat room. So actually fantastic space back here for this to be the kind of vehicle it is. Headroom is pretty good back here. Seat back pockets are on both sides. 2 USB-C charge ports. And it's just a really good deal here, I think. LED lights in the back. The seat folds down, bottle holders there. Grab handles here. I think the child lock's on. So I'll show you where that is. So it's in the lock position now, and then you just unlock there. Now to the back end here, just love that. Just a really good look here. And then we have our top tethers integrated in the back of the seats themselves if you need those for your car seats. Decent storage, side pocket. And then we'd have an inflator kit in this one, but you can fit a spare if you need to. Quick look underneath the car. Fuel filler there. And then if you want to fold the seat flat, pull up here. And then you can run longer objects through to the front. Pretty easy to snap back into place. And then we have our lower anchors sticking out right there. Front passenger seat, 4-way manual. Glove compartment here with the owner's manuals. Now, if you're interested in the parts content, there it is. And as we come back around to the front end, quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Now, before we hop in, I'm going to show off the turn signals. So LED there. Side mirrors and the front. Now let's go ahead and get in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels good, like the stitching throughout. And there's the horn. To the screen here, we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. And on top of that, we get wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. So that's a big plus. not just for the segment, but for Nissans in general. It's hard to kind of find that in 2025, but they're coming back with it as everybody else tries to get rid of it. You have your different connections. You can choose here, which I really like how they do that. It just makes it easier to go to your CarPlay, Android Auto, or Bluetooth. Now, if you go to your settings here, climate, clock, camera, in your general, you can change your units of measurement, language, and then your display as well. Now, for the climate controls, it is single zone automatic. You can choose fan direction, fan speed. You can control pretty much everything from the screen itself. And you also have buttons and knobs down below, which I'll show you in a minute. Your auto mode there, you can cut the whole system off, on. Choose fan direction by hitting this button. But it's a pretty easy system to use because there's not a lot going on there. It's everything you need, but it's nothing that you don't. Now there's the backup camera. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Get the bird's eye view as well, which is a great touch, I think, on a vehicle in this segment. Down here, hazards, the volume knob. You can click there to turn the audio off. Camera. And there's your front camera there, which again is another huge option there, I think. And just how you can change the views and everything. It's just really good. But the AC controls, as buttons are down here, so you can control the temperature, fan speed, cut the whole system on or off, then your auto mode there. You get a wireless charging pad here, 2 USB-C ports, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage, and then your automatic brake holds here. Now for the shifter, just hit the brake, pull, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your braking there. Drive mode, you get 3 of them: Sport, Standard, Eco. Bottle holders here. Center console cubby space with a 12 volt in there. And then more LED lights here, sunglasses holder. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Back up front, vanity mirror, again, LED light. So I'm very happy that we've pretty much got LEDs throughout on this vehicle. Blinkers are here. High beam assist, you can toggle that on the side there where my finger is, and then regular high beams there. And then your wipers are here, one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and then our rear wiper intermittent on there. Push back for that rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front fluid. And then to the steering wheel itself, volume down, volume up, trackless or radio station presets can toggle here. Hit this button here if you want to pull up your shortcut menu, and then you can scroll through to adjust that. And if you want to change the meter view or whatever, you can do that. So interesting how you're able to adjust a lot of this stuff. Driver assistance, same thing. But this actually takes you, these arrows take you through the sub menus, and then when applicable, you can use this as a scroll bar or use it as an enter or an OK to reset certain things and things of that nature. Now to the right side, ProPilot, you can turn that on with the touch of a button, set the speed, cancel, and then voice recognition, phone button, and then gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. Push button starts down here. Finally, here is the key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Nissan Kicks SR out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Kicks SR here, you have a 141 horsepower 4-cylinder, and as you can see, it's adequate, but it's not fast. But I do have it in the normal drive mode, or eco mode, excuse me. So it's not gonna do the best there. Now you put it into the normal mode and the sport mode, it gets up well, let me put it that way. For what it is, it gets up pretty nicely. Now overall, this doesn't feel like anything luxurious, anything super nice, but the SR trim level does give it that sportier look inside and out, which I think is worth the money. Now, surprisingly, in the eco mode, it's not like it's pulling you back like it does on some other Nissans Infinitis, where you're thinking the car is basically broken because you're trying to give it throttle in eco. But it does limit how quickly you get up to speed. Now we're gonna put it into the normal drive mode or standard, and let's see how it accelerates there. It does have a little bit more grunt up front. I can tell that just by giving it a little throttle, so definitely a significant difference. And this is probably the best drive mode if you are someone like myself that likes to be spirited at certain times, but doesn't necessarily like to drive borderline red line most of the time. Now we're gonna put it into sport mode and try to give it a pull getting on the interstate here. Here we go. So certainly wasn't flooring it, but gave it a little something. Not bad at all. Again, this isn't meant to be a sports car, so. And honestly, in the sport mode, especially getting on the interstate, I like that it's able to keep up with traffic very nicely. I'm gonna put it in the eco mode now. Let's turn on the cruise and then the lane keeping system as well. And this is where I think this car really shines, because it's not that many, I shouldn't say that. In this price range, there are very few vehicles in this kind of subcompact realm that give you the lane centering and the adaptive cruise. And it's very nice in the Nissans. But I want to give one more thanks to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Kicks today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now for the ride quality, I could hear the road, but it's about what you expect from a vehicle like this. It's not an Escalade, so it's not gonna ride like one. The sound acoustics aren't gonna be as stellar than they would be in something like that. But for a commuter car, a very inexpensive commuter car, no complaints. Now, in terms of what you get for the package, I do think the SR is the way to go. Now, you can get an S and save you some money, but I think the SR really gets you a lot for just a little bit more money, and that's the way I would go if I were to get one of these. Now, if you're looking at other vehicles in the segment, the Chevy Trax, even if you want to put yourself in that realm with the Hondas, the Toyotas, it's different, I think. I feel like this has kind of come to a more SUV-like package than a lot of the competition that still has that kind of hatchback feel. I don't know if it's how high it rides or how tall it is or what, but it just feels like it's closer to a Rogue than it is to a Chevy Trax, and that's a good thing, I think, if you're in this segment. But I mean, decent car for the money. Cheap, inexpensive transportation. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Nissan Kicks SR.